freaking jelly. I put too many chia seeds in there.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Oh, there goes my phone. We're live, I guess.
I guess we're live.
I'll just
All
turn
the
that off.
notifications are up and we are going and we are good. We are good. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Dana and Wendy Show live from the Greater Sudbury region in Northern Ontario, Canada. It's a beautiful Tuesday, sunshine day.
You sound like a radio person.
Yep, I am.
Yep, that's amazing. That's good.
In my past life, I was a radio. And then before that, I was for sure a flapper dancer. Before that, for sure.
I love it. I have no idea what I was in my past life.
That's what I like to think. That's how I got all my smooth moves.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it feels like I haven't seen you like forever.
Well, since Friday anyways.
I know.
We like to take our weekends off, do a little self-care and hide away in our respective corners.
And you have to do that now. You have to like
Yep.
Well, here
boundaries are healthy boundaries.
Here in Northern Ontario. Southern Ontario is willy-nilly. So that's okay. Yeah. They've been in lockdown for so long, so they deserve to get out and get some fresh air. So
most definitely. Yeah,
definitely.
It says it's beautiful down there. I've been hearing the weather's so nice.
So nice. I think all the flowers are starting to come up a little bit. That's springtime. Absolutely. But we know it's hard to determine. Is March coming in like a lamb or a lion?
Well, it came in like a lamb, so we're gonna have to see. I hear there is some snow. My husband really, he's the weatherman.
He's the weatherman.
Yeah. Apparently we are getting some snow in the next little while, but it's okay. I'm okay with that because apparently this is the snow that takes the last of the snow away because it just won't stay that long. I'm okay with it.
No. Wasn't it? I mean, yesterday did it not feel like you were an hour behind on everything? I felt an hour behind.
That was good. Well, yeah, I had things that I was supposed to do yesterday that I never was able to get around to doing. So I was a little bit behind in that respect, but I got a lot done. Otherwise, it just ended at like 7 o'clock at night. I walked away from the computer. I was like, whoa, that's a long day. I wonder why my legs are sore.
No kidding. Yeah, you're supposed to get up and walk. Walk around. No. So you and Darlene talked about health and all things wonderful that she loves talking about as well yesterday. That was amazing. So thank you, Darlene, for doing that for me while we were still at camp. And so that was amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, if anybody wants more information about Darlene and her stuff and the incredible services that she offers, please just reach out to us because we can definitely hook you up. That's what we do.
Hook a sister up, for sure. So today, this week, there's always so many incredible things that we love talking about. But we had decided that we were going to talk about magnesium this week.
Yep.
But we're so easily strayed, like
squirrel. There's so many things we can talk about when it comes to living holistically and living a really incredible, healthy lifestyle. It's just like there's so many things, and sometimes I think the monotonous of stuff like enzymes and magnesium and stuff like that, although it's important and you and I think it's really cool.
I think it's cool.
Boring.
Maybe. So next week we might talk about the 75 hard. So
already not started technically, but I'm ramping up for it. And not so much even just the 75 hard. The people that know what 75 hard is, it scares the hell out of me, to be honest with you. And I'm not ashamed to say that because I'm going from a place of pretty much stop. Squirrelitis. Yeah, Heather says squirrelitis. That's me.
That's for sure.
I'm already looking at my phone. But 75 hard, basically, the premise is
I was going to download that app this morning. I was going to download that app this morning.
Yeah, I'd sent it over to you. The premise is that you do 2 workouts a day. And one of them has to be outside, and they should be about 45 minutes. But again, Take a progress picture, so 1 picture a day for 75 days. Read 10 pages of something. Drink a gallon of water. So a gallon, what is that in
It's just
Canadian?
4 liters.
4 liters, yeah. So actually, I was thinking, I have a little bottle here, and I figured I could drink one of those between 6 and 9, drink another one between 9 and 12, drink another one between 12 and 3, and then drink another one between 3 and 6. Because if I drink anything after 6, then I'm going to be up peeing all night. So that's kind of my schedule that I'm going to try to work on. The 75 Hard actually says to follow a diet. It doesn't say a specific diet. But
no, it doesn't.
Says, no. So one for you, make a decision and stick with it. Yeah. So whatever works best for you. And then no cheat meals. So there's no such thing as cheat. And this is something that I personally believe in because, yeah, anyways, that's a long story. And no alcohol. No alcohol. Doesn't say no coffee. But I'm gonna go off of coffee.
I'll stick with the no coffee and alcohol. No, I think the alcohol will be the hardest for me. So I will try with the no alcohol for 100 points, Alex.
What is grumpy woman in the morning?
What is the most difficult thing Dana can do?
Well, no, because you did it this time last year. Wasn't it this time last year? You went through a 28-day detox or something.
Oh, but I don't think I ever.
I thought you did it. Anyways.
I don't know.
But I mean, the thing is, the premises with the 75 Hard is that if you miss a day, you go back to day 1. And it doesn't give you that option to go, yeah, well, I just, get excuses. There's no excuses.
Well, the other thing is that you are to be exercising or doing a physical activity for 45 minutes 2 times a day. So 2 45-minute activities, and one of them have to be outside.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and then you start logging it on your phone and you take a picture and it keeps you accountable. The other thing that we've been looking into, or I've been looking into, both of us sort of, is something that's called The Miracle Morning, which is a book by Hal Elrod, I believe his name is. And it is kind of the same premises as the 5 a.m. Club by, I forget his name.
Some guy.
Please excuse me. It's just my brain. I don't know people's names. I know your face. I don't know what your name is.
It always used to be, I would remember what they drink.
The there.
I would always remember what they drink. I'd never remember names. That's just.
Well, that's an important thing too.
Yeah, like Rob Ruan's rum and coke with lime. I know that.
Everybody's got their superpowers. Anyway, so
my gosh,
the Miracle Morning is he's got something that's called Savers. So Savers stands for, and I have to get it because I'm new to it. It starts with, let's see here, having silence every morning. So whatever silence looks like for you, meditation, prayer, whatever. Going through some affirmations. So either you want to do something like the mirror work that we're doing in Transform Your Health with Wendy, or go through just reading something that's very profound. And he gives suggestions with that as well too. It's something that's very much something that's going to really connect and really connect with your inner self. V is for visualization. So some people do these vision boards and they put pictures up on the wall and stuff like that. You can do whatever kind of visualization you want. E for exercise, R for reading. And so it's the same kind of idea. And then S for scribing. He says scribing, but it's journaling basically. So yeah, so that's, I'm kind of combining the two, and usually you try to get up fairly early in the morning to do this kind of stuff. And then by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, you're ready to take on the world basically. So yeah, that's that. That's that. So if anybody, I think we're probably going to talk about it, and maybe we'll, combine our program starting April 1st. April 1st. What is 75 days after that? April, May, mid-May sometime?
Mid-June.
No,
Mid-June.
Mid-June. That would be amazing, because I have seen and heard of friends that actually have lost, like they're already not even halfway through it and they've lost like 17 pounds. And they're just going like gangbusters.
And I think it's just getting over that mindset of the discipline. Discipline is a huge issue. Discipline is the main goal of it, right? Yeah. And so I think it's cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. And one of the things I actually lack a little bit of is discipline and the focus that goes with it. So this is something that I would like to do. But again, it scares the hell out of me because...
So if you'd like to join us, for sure, get the book, download the 75 Hard app, and just join along with us. And we'll be doing, I think we'll be talking a little bit each week about the book that we've chosen to read that week. And I know I have a great big pile of intentions downstairs on the bookshelf. So I know our books won't be the same, but it's certainly amazing to be able to get through those books and then hopefully gift them along. I know you like keeping books. I've been gifted quite a few books, but I think I will try and read them and move them along to other people who may need them. So
yeah, my husband and I were talking about the other day, we should get rid of some of those books. And he's trying to be very gentle about the fact that he's telling me, get rid of the stupid things.
Wendy, you have a book issue. Maybe I'll build a little library at the end of my road, because we have a lot of people walk by, and or put it right beside the mailbox. Little library. Maybe that's a better idea. Yeah,
that's a good idea too. I don't know if my neighbors would allow me to do that, but because I'm on a cul-de-sac and people actually walk past the end of the road, so that'd be kind of cool.
What else are you going to do with them? Other than if we do a book exchange or have a bookshelf here at the clinic here on Long Lake Road, the convenient location of Don Condon's Connected Living.
I love it. You have such a perfect radio voice.
I used to do radio commercials when I was a hottie toddy in Barrie with the Rock 95.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me
we digress. So we should get back into enzymes just a little bit, just because I know they're not enzymes. Magnesium. The thing is, it is important. Magnesium is actually one of the most highly deficient mineral that we in North America have. Mm-hmm. So many people are deficient in it, and you can see that because we have symptoms that are. I did have a list here someplace. Symptoms of deficiency is rampant, and we see it, like I said, all over the place. Let me see if I've I mean, and magnesium is so very important. It's not just for helping us to calm and relax our bodies and different things like that, but magnesium is give me a second here.
I'm gonna actually, I'll get you to take it. So you have the wonder. Sorry, hi. You have the wonder aspect of things. So I'm going to add this to the private chat, and then you can add it to the other page because I don't want to link. This is the AOR. Magnesium sort of spreadsheet tells you about all the different things. I just love referencing it. I do reference it often, but kind of gives you that something. I mean, we learned about magnesium in school, but we never really dug deep and understood magnesium in that level. Now, in agriculture, of course, we would learn about the benefit or the necessity of magnesium when you're in horticulture, right? That's what even they talk about Epsom salts when we're growing tomatoes, but it's so important, the magnesium aspect. But in this little handy little thing, the health conditions that show or that are affected by the deficiencies can be asthma, can be brain function, depression, fibromyalgia, headaches, heart palpitations, irregular heartbeats, osteoporosis, PMS, so many things because of deficiencies, right? And we talk about it in the aspect of anti-inflammatory, for breast health, for gut health, for bowel movements. It is the IAM is like the most important, really.
It can be, for sure. You say asthma, and they really do. This is one of the big ones that with people with asthma, because basically what you're doing as magnesium is a bit of a mild muscle relaxant. So when you're going through an asthma attack, you want the asthma, like everything is inflamed and constricted and everything else, and you want that relaxation properties to happen. Also with people like COPD, so chronic obstructive pulmonary disease as well too. So it is very, very helpful for keeping the relaxation of the lungs tissue open. But definitely so many different things that magnesium is important for. I mean, chronic fatigue, if nothing else, magnesium really helps with, we think of it as a muscle relaxant and something that calms us down, but it actually helps with energy production in the body, and it really is beneficial for that proper metabolism process. So it works with the Krebs cycle, which is a kind of a technical thing, the ATP and that process of how energy is produced and metabolized in the body. But definitely, and one of the other things which I found was kind of interesting, because we were talking about it last week, was that magnesium is needed for enzyme activation. So when we were talking about enzymes all last week, and not even just digestive ones, but the enzymes that are good for the things that we were talking about last week, we need the magnesium to actually get the enzymes to work properly in our body. So that was really, really cool, that I thought was something that definitely needed to be really talked about, for sure.
I love how the when you're talking about magnesiums, and this is often a question you get, or a question that people, I'm sure, think of, but don't want to ask the stupid questions, because there are really no stupid questions. So just always remember that. When you're at the health food store, or at the pharmacy, or you're online, and you know that you hear about magnesium, well, how do you even know which ones to choose? And I think you should always ask, because there are some really specific magnesiums in different formulas, in different formations, that are so beneficial for you, right? Especially when you're trying to be specific, like as a laxative support, the oxide or the citrate formula are certainly the better ones for that. But that's only just like a fraction of what the possibilities are with magnesium. So then always, that's what the pharmacists are there for, or that's what the health, the advisor, the health advisor, the wellness advisor at the health food stores, or that's what nutritionists are for, and naturopaths, and understanding, again, the issue that you're struggling with, and then how mineral work can be beneficial to you. So.
Yeah, for sure. And just remember that, any of the things that we talk about with regards to health issues, you really want to make sure that you contact and consult your physician as well too. So just don't run out, especially if you have COPD or chronic asthma, or high blood pressure, or vascular problems, or any of these things that we talk about. Please, make sure that you're talking to your doctor, your physician, in conjunction with talking to your nutritionist with regards to other medications or supplements that you might be taking, because there's interactions, and there's could be counter interactions with things that you're doing. So always, make sure that you do that first of all. Just don't take stuff that we're saying and, oh, she said, because I heard it on, Dana and Wendy were talking about it. Go ahead and go and do it. Don't do that, please. This is serious stuff. This is the kind of stuff we went to school for, and we learned about it. This is why we're, offering this education for you, to start the wheels turning, to understand that this could be a situation, or this could be helpful for your issues, or whatever too. So, yeah, so like I said, or Dana said, that magnesium comes in lots of different forms. And again, something from milk of magnesia, which is, gonna help you go poop, or Epsom salts, which help with de-stressing in the evenings. They say that magnesium is actually referred to as what's called the nature's calcium channel blocker. So basically, what that means is that it has the ability to block the entry of calcium into vascular smooth muscle cells. So vascular smooth muscle cells, that's your arteries and stuff. and the heart muscle cells. So it actually blocks the calcium absorption into those areas. And when we have a calcium buildup, that's your arteriosclerosis and different things like that. So it actually helps to block that naturally. And this is why magnesium is so very important for cardiovascular issues, cardiac arrhythmia, cardiomyopathy, high blood pressure, all these different things that, involve the heart. It's a little bit more technical stuff there, but again, making sure that you talk to your doctor and, and use that whole group of healthcare people that are in your bubble, your healthcare bubble, and, make sure everything is really good with that too. Where are you going? She just takes off. Anyways, another thing is too with magnesium that it takes usually about 6 weeks to achieve any kind of significant elevations in the tissue magnesium concentrations. So again, looking at supplementation, that probably doesn't need to be consistently ongoing if you have decreased or deficient levels. About 6 weeks should be sufficient to be able to get your levels up. And then, of course, maintaining that through your diet, because as nutritionists, we always go towards food first, except for when we're looking at a healing journey, which is trying to work at reversing some issues or potential some issues that you might have. So you want to supplement at that point. But again, it doesn't have to be all the time. And then you come back into the food situation, but always continually having that monitored throughout your life, basically. And if your diet, because nobody's perfect, nobody can eat kale 24/7. You want to get that checked on a regular basis, especially as we get older.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just amazing. I love talking about this. So you're still on your mirror work?
Yes. I've had a lot of people that are connecting with me and behind and going, oh my God, this couldn't have come at a better time. And I'm so happy that you're doing this and all these different things. So I'm just like, oh, this is so nice. It's not my work. I am just transcribing from Louise Hay and, offering that opportunity for people to connect as a group to be able to do it. And it's just, wow. That's just wow.
It's just wow.
It's just wow. Yeah.
I think that's amazing. And it's always affirming when you have people comment or, let you know how things are going, how they felt about it, or, what moved them as from part of the work, that you're just not carrying on for nothing. It's always that assurance of things, right?
Not too many people. Yeah, they're connecting with me and behind, because it's some powerful stuff, and a lot of people are not. They're not okay with sharing in the group, and that's okay too. It's all good. It's not here nor there, and that's just the way it is. But yeah, it's amazing. Oh, just a quick message out there for all my teachers that might be watching. For those of you that want to get a free tower garden for your classrooms, I know in Sudbury we're kind of the deadline for getting a grant for that or some money towards that is March 31st.
Nice.
If you want some more information about that, please get in contact with me, because I can give you the link and we can get you set up with some, like I said, a free tower garden for your classroom to help.
I think the garden towers are incredible, and for the classrooms, amazing.
And the thing is too that they actually provide you with curriculum as well too, to set up learning possibilities within it. It's just not sitting in your classroom and the kids are looking at it. There's a learning curve and different things that go with it too. So, and this is all free. So there's a link that I can give you guys with regards to that, and just take with it and fly, because I think it's important for our children to learn these things about what is very good what is and where our food comes from. When I was nursing, I did some chronic care nursing in the school system, and I was in a special needs classroom. And there was an initiative for nutrition that came through that all the kids did, not even the special needs classroom, but the whole school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really just like, wow, at the knowledge or the lack of knowledge around nutrition in the schools. The kids, a lot of the food was just suboptimals, but they didn't know any better. And I mean, you only can do as good as you know, sort of thing. And it was, but when they did this program, it helped a little bit. It still had a long way to go from my standards, which is a little high. But it was still, a good place to start for sure. And then when you have something in your classroom like a tower garden, it really gives that opportunity to see the stages of life, first of all, watching the seeds grow and germinate, and then putting them in there, and then actually being able to reap the rewards, literally and figuratively, with having a salad at the end if you're doing greens, or watching, all these different wonderful things that you could do with regards to it is just phenomenal. And it's important for kids to know where our food comes from.
It is, so important.
Yeah, it is important. I mean, it's not just that they come from grocery stores. It's they come from the ground, and these are wonderful, especially greens. This is to get people interested in learning about greens and how the health benefits of it, and then they take that message home to their families after that too. It just makes sense to me. It just really makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it does.
You grew up in a farm. I grew up in farming people. It wasn't farms, mind you, but it was like my mother always had a big garden and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yes. Where'd you go?
I'm here.
Okay. Like, what? What happened? Well, good. That's amazing. So I'm talking about breast health this week at 3 o'clock, and then Friday afternoon I'll do a bit of the Touch Your Tatas program. And so yeah, talking about all goodness, breast health and dense breast tissue and all that lovely. So
another thing that's very important for the generations to come up, because we've lost a lot of the funding that we had in the school system when I was a teenager anyways, growing up and learning that we had to touch ourselves appropriately to, find for disease. And I remember in high school, we had a model that, a plastic model that had little beads in it that we were supposed to touch to feel and how to do it and everything else. And there's nothing like that anymore. That's why your program is so essential, I find.
Well, that was the goal with setting it up, because so many, even women, have a difficult time even having their practitioners do a breast health exam. And then at that, you're now 3 years apart now for your physicals. And so sometimes it's just sad the funding changes the health importance of things.
Yeah. So it is important. I mean, just sharing the fact that, and I'm a little embarrassed by this, that my doctor actually found the lump when I had a lump back in 2012 or whatever it was, 2011, and it was the size, I keep remembering. It was the size of a Werther's candy. So
that's good size.
And that's pretty substantial. And it was my doctor that found it. So I felt very embarrassed, first of all, because I wasn't watching and taking care of myself enough at the time. I'd come through a very extremely stressful time. Perimenopause. I had just been married like a couple months beforehand. And and I drink a lot of coffee. It was fibrocystic. There was no issues with it. The stress of them leaving me hanging for I don't know how long, months, was there. But and after the fact, I went into nutrition and really dove into a lot of that stuff a lot more to understand things. But if you're timid about having your doctor do it, then do it yourself.
Right.
Or you end up looking like me. Oops. Sorry, I missed
Absolutely.
that.
It's important. Well, it is so true, right? You have to be sure that you are taking care and being an advocate for yourself. And I think in a lot of things nowadays, you really have to be sort of ahead of the curve, or at least ahead of that step of things, being in charge of your health, because you only get 5 minutes with your medical doctor, and that's not their fault. So don't beat them up for it. And then not taking advantage of creating yourself a healthcare team to understand the many parameters of your health, the different levels and the different understandings of that structure, the muscle, the gut, the health, the eyes, the brain, blah, 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 blah. But your doctor cannot manage all of that in 5 minutes.
No.
So you really need to buck up and take care of yourself first. So,
yeah.
And so that you can understand how to take care of your family, and then how to take care of your grandchildren's, or how to take care of your people around you, your peeps, and make it so that it's part of general talk, not about whining about this or that, every ache and pain, but it's like, yeah, if you have muscle cramps at night, then maybe you should take some magnesium. Just saying.
Is he watching?
No, he's not watching. He's working. He is working. So, but yes, it's like, oh, fuck, no brainer.
Yeah, it is. It is. I have a tendency to complain about things, or I used to. I still do, but maybe I don't see it as much, or try not to do it as much anymore. But it's that whole situation of you complain about something, or you talk about something, or you whine and bitch about something, but then you don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I used to do that with my weight, and even when I was so much smaller than I am now, but I'd be like, well, get out and do something about it. Get off your ass.
Yeah, I don't do that. I try not to do that at home either, because I think for me, weight is a challenge. It has been a challenge. It's always been a challenge.
Menopausal weight, yeah.
Well, no. This is just the price. But here, like, this is just what it is, and and that's just that sort of that obesity gene. Not that that should be an excuse either. Saying, oh, well, I've got no. So I think this is the
crudité. The crackers and the salamis and the cheeses and the wine that goes with it.
What are you saying? There's something wrong with the charcuterie board?
Charcuterie, that's it.
What?
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing
wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with living life, but at the same time,
Right. Well, I mean,
for myself too.
We're all made to be unique. We're all made to be certain different ways, and I'm just a little more voluptuous than the other. So it's just like, gotta work with it. But you have to walk, you have to exercise, you have to eat better, because it's for longevity. It's for the aspect of things. So, it's kind of like myself. I had a shit or get off the pot, and
yeah. And I mean, from my perspective too, I've done the work with regards to my relationship with food, which is a big part of it as well too. So not using food as an escape mechanism, or not using food as a way to find love, which I have in the past. I mean, this has been my life, and this is why I offer this opportunity for a lot of people within my programs now too, to take a look at that essence of how they relate with food, because it makes a big difference. A box of Oreos does not hold the key to love, no matter how many of them that you have.
I think the bag of chips might, but
chips might. No,
chips might.
But this is the premise of the Food Freedom program that I have, the 12-week program that I'm starting up in April. That it really is learning to look at food a different way, and understanding our inner core, and then of course loving what you have right now, no matter what. stage of life you're in, no matter what size you are, no matter all these different things, because it's important to have that basic underlying situation where you do love yourself, and and then honoring your body with the proper and nourishing your body with the proper foods as a result too. And that just doesn't mean like kale every day. It means like, yeah, a charcuterie board with a glass of wine with the person you love, and special times like that too, but not using that as a means of love, or diving into it without even thinking, and binging, and all these different things. So there's that fine line, and this is where my program is really helps to look at a lot of that as well too, and then gets you to a place that is more sustainable over the long term, especially when you have goals of maybe losing a little bit of weight, or shifting into a more natural weight and feeling good about where you are. So.
Absolutely. So tomorrow's topic?
I don't know yet.
Well, we can talk about magnesium glycinate. That's a super duper important one. Maybe we'll choose a couple and actually get in deep, because I often talk about a glycinate formula with clients. So that might be something to discuss, since we kind of talked a little bit about citrates today and Epsom salts. So perhaps the taurate and the glycinate should be a nice topic, because they are very more therapy.
Therapeutic, yeah. So these are the ones that maybe are going towards what do you call it?
So muscle fibro aspect, and the taurate is more so for brain and such. So yeah.
Nice. All right. Sounds
beautiful.
Good. That's what we can talk about then.
And then everything else that comes in between.
And before and after.
Like a beautiful layered sandwich.
We get the things that we wanted to talk about in there, but yeah, we had a nice big sandwich today of different things.
Absolutely. Brought my so if you come in today, I have not you people, because it's gray lockdown, but Wendy, if you come in today, I have my Sequex with me today. So.
Oh, do you? I have actually a phone call appointment with my doctor. So
nice.
And then I have another appointment with a lady in the States, and I've got a pretty full calendar. Although I don't know, maybe we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
We'll see. Yes, it's Jaden's birthday today, so we're going to. And the sun is shining, and all is well in the world.
Nice.
We'll see. We did dinner last night. We weren't too sure what would a normal 22-year-old do on her birthday. I know what I would have done, but it's lockdown.
It's lockdown. Well, my 22-year-old, he went to work, had cake, and went to bed. That's what he did. Yep.
No, we did sushi last night, so it was excellent. Nice. And it was such a nice little treat to sit and, anyways, it was excellent. Just nice to relax. And then today we're just going to relax. And I already went out for a walk this morning and get home and do another walk.
Yep. For my people over in Transform Your Health with Wendy, I'm going to be talking about yo-yo dieting. No, actually today's Tuesday, isn't it? On my regular page, I'm going to be talking about yo-yo dieting a little bit later today. So for my Tuesday talks with Wendy. So
nice.
If anybody wants to join me a little bit later.
All about boobs today.
All about boobs and yo-yo dieting. So
boobs and yo-yo dieting.
All
awesome.
Right.
You guys have a glorious day today. We'll see you again at 3:00 today and live on Wendy's page as well. That's Wise Divine Woman on Facebook, Wise Divine Woman podcast, and it's the Holistic Nutritionist with Wendy. She'll add in all those pages. You can see us there anyways. Have a beautiful day.
Take care, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.